Guten Morgen. All right, let's get into it today. Let's get into it. It's going to be some fun stuff we'll be messing around with later. Let's just get set up. Good morning, Zoom. Hello, welcome. All right, so um, Blender can blend shapes, save normals, normal data. Normal data problem. See, it does say custom vertex normals, and they do import normals. So I would assume we can. Go. Say shape key. Actually, sorry. Let me make a backup. Or do anything. Go ahead and make a backup. And we'll call this pre-mouth experiments. So we're going to start fucking around with this, seeing what we can do. So I can make a shape key, and I can make another shape key, obviously. But I'm curious if in this shape key, I could, let's say, copy this vector and paste it here. It's odd. But is that with this or this? No. Okay, so just appears to be there. Hello, Frosty One. Welcome. Hello, good morning. Importing blend shape normals requires smoothing groups in the FBX file. Got my free holidays for the next 12 days. Exciting. Free mini staycation. How are you? I'm doing well. Doing well. We're trying to figure out, I'm going to try to smooth out the mouth. So there should be a way to do this, obviously. But I'm doing well. I was messing around this morning with something called Open Interpreter, trying to get that set up. It's basically an AI that can perform actions on your computer. Not, well, sorry, it's a system that can use like GPT-4 to change things, which is super interesting. Super, super interesting. I just hit import. So let me go back to here, select everything, and we'll say not a repro export. And we do have tangent space. Should work. Trying to build Terminators. Exactly. True Wonder, the mouth idea works out. Might turn out to be the most scuffed idea ever, but at least we have a good looking mouth to fall back on. It will be interesting. Not exactly how we're going to do it. Arctic, hello, good morning. Welcome. It will be interesting. Will be interesting. I think worst case scenario, what we have to do is go in and make a separate chunk of geometry that fills this space, and then we would just hide the teeth and mouth. But it would basically, like, we would cut out the mouth section and then fill in front with another section. Um, see how that works. I just imported things. I just exported stuff. See, right now I'm importing my tangents. I'm going to say, switch it back to calculate mixed space. Definitely looks better here. The calculate mixed space on. Mixed space? Mixed space. Which leads me to believe that I'm not actually exporting my normals. It's all look good. On the modifier side of things, big thing will probably be the switch from no mouth to mouth, right? Can't have it look like it's spawning in objects after all. Challenge even for the mighty Sam. Yes, we'll definitely have to be juggling how to do this. Compute normals for smoothing groups when the mesh has blend shapes. Let me do one thing really quick. So I'm going to turn this onto 1. Changing vertex normals. That's what I want to do. I want to change the vertex normals. 2018, I was only able to get this kind of behavior from an FBX exported from Blender in ASCII mode. So I'm unable to get this behavior from any FBX exported from Max. ASCII or binary files both have the same effect. Okay. In order to preserve custom normals in Max while exporting morph targets, blend shapes, I actually have to not export smoothing groups. I don't know what Max is. Some other program, obviously. Just know that if it becomes too much of a hassle, I do like the mouth to have right now. So it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. Gotcha. Zoom likes her mouth. Zoom likes his mouth. Now it's weird again. So if I turn off normals and I say don't, just say none, what happens? Wow, interesting. Okay. So I definitely don't want that. Prefer to import them, but if I calculate them, or no, import the normals and I calculate the tangents, mixed space. Import, calculate. Import, calculate. Interesting. Let me go to Painter. The imported one looks worse. Yeah, definitely. Definitely does. Okay, so calculating looks good. Right now we're trying to calculate tangents. Source of mesh tangents. Yeah, this doesn't have like a big curve to it that the one did. So let's look at our export settings one more time. And we are exporting tangent space. Add binormal and tangent vectors. Prefer normals only option if your target importer understands split normals. Why are we doing this again? We're trying to do this so that we can figure out if a blend shape can store custom normals in order to change the mouth Definitely this calculation one looks way better. Huh. It's a little sad. Loading. Takes forever. Forever. Yeah, okay. It's not comparable. This just looks way better. Okay, good to know. And I don't really even need to export with our tangent space at all. Right? Right? I didn't see any difference there. Now what happens when we say import? Still the same. Okay. Just need to know. Just need to know. All right. So we can, of course, import blend shapes. Okay. All right. So that's the end of that direction. So we can't set custom normals for blend shape on Blender, so we certainly can't do it on Unity side of things. All right, let's look at Poyomi. I already have to watch Sam play Jiggle Physics. Even pulled a face so funny I had to post it in the Discord. Really? Really? It's true. Called out. Called out. So on the body, we have the normal correct option. There's no ability to mask this feature. So I can't use that. We do have RGBA color masking, which does allow me to bake normals. So I think what I need to do is create a mask because the normal here yes, okay. So we're going to go back to the body. I'm going to go to the painting version. Load. Load. I don't know why that took so long to load. It really should not have taken that long. It must have been waiting on Substance Painter or something. Okay. Got our clothing. We got our Retopo body. What we want now is to cry. No. Is to create a version of this mesh where the normals on the mouth are flush. And you know what? I don't think I actually will use this version because the mouth is closed on our current version. So instead, this is the experiment that we wanted to do. So we will add Alt A, select the body, duplicate the body, extract it. Now we have the duplicate, which I'll move into the scene collection. Okay, so here's our duplicate. We can put everything into this one. What does my displace look like? I have a displace group. What is this? Okay, perfect. So that means I should be able to copy displace from a prior group. I think I turned it down to painting version has a displace strength of what? 0.1. Okay. All right. Strength 0.1. Awesome. So now we can jiggle this back and forth. Okay. So that's the first step. And we're going to call this Lorian mouth normal Baker. We have our cage with the displace. We have our base version. Now we want to create the version with the flat mouth, which we'll use a data transfer for. We'll actually just create a sphere. Move it up right there, so. I'm going to try to line it up with the mouth. Cool. Because then, let me name this as well. Underscore data transfer mouth. Okay. And we can actually just hide this for the moment. Transfer, mouth normals. We want to change face custom normals. Nearest face interpolated. And there we go. So we can see we can adjust the base normals to look as smooth as possible. Cool. Think about that. Hello, Akmal Kekep. Welcome. Kekep. Hello, welcome. We're working on creating this character right now. So we've made this character from scratch over the course of the last week. since last Monday. And right now we're going to try to make the mouth smooth. Give him a smooth mouth. All right, so this is what we're going to try first. So I can hide this, take the normal version without the displace, and we're going to export that into Substance Painter. Call this Lorian mouth. And in here, Lorian underscore mouth. Almost. Substance Painter v2. All right, and then we'll do the displace, which is for the cage. Then we'll turn on the data transfer, and we'll export this one as the high poly. It really isn't a high poly object, but same convention that I usually use. Okay. So now we can make a brand new object, brand new mouth normals file. This. Okay. So now we've backed it up. Save. We're going to go to Bake Mesh Map. So we're going to drop in our cage file first. Cage. Then we'll drop in our high poly here. And I just need the normal map. So only bake that. Bake. Wow. Interesting. Fascinating. I am using the cage. Okay. Fascinating. So it's busted as fuck. Sorry, excuse my language. Here's what we need to do. First, need to take the side of active, invert that, delete this half, then we'll drop a mirror mod on after the triangulate. How dare you wash your mouth with soap, young man? Blah, blah, blah. Never had to do that before. That's a lie. But I do like swearing. Okay, so let's re-export everything. This be the base. This is the. Actually, let me turn that off really quick and duplicate this. Then take our first one, displace. Okay, so the displace isn't actually covering enough up, so that's why it's actually messed up. So we'll turn this down. That's interesting though. Shouldn't it be exact? Shouldn't it be exactly the same? What happens if I do file, import FBX, and let's go to one of our high poly objects. The body here, body high poly, import. Well, with what little knowledge of 3D environments I have, I do know placing two things in the same place cause issues, or one has to be one pixel from the other, right? Or the computer does weird things. Yes, they do need to be a little different. But I want this version. Hmm. Want to. I can't have the sculpture and this one match up exactly because the mouth's closed on one of them. Okay, so we'll delete that for now. Go back to what we had before. And on this one, what happens if we add a subdivision? Ah, should have turned off the triangulate. So put that right here. All right. And now does this one actually fit over it with the displace? Not quite. But it does fit better. I'm okay with there being errors on the rest of the map. It just needs to be right on the mouth. Okay. So first things first, we'll take our new version, export this as the high poly. Then re-export our cage version. Back to here, refresh, mode, bake. Show me the mouth. Better, much closer, much closer. All right, much closer. That's might be about as close as we can get. Hmm. Now we're just going to very lightly get this as close as we can to the subdivided version. And let's just actually take a look at this in Unity now before I continue, because we'll get a good idea if it actually works at all. In Unity, let's go ahead and export. We're going to put it right into the folder we were just in. Down here, we will export just the normal. Or we can do, wait, let me V8, that's fine. And then we'll we'll just extract just the normal map. Yeah, export. Save. Unity. Get my mouth normals. And I take that back. Show and Explorer, copy this path. Go to Painter. And we're going to just make a duplicate of Unity V8. I'll say Unity Polyomie V8, normals. Get rid of everything. Select that. Export. Save. Okay. Just keep it simple. That way I can update it easy. The moment I have to re-import that mask again, it makes up for the time. Okay. Because I'm sure I will. Colors and normals. We want RGBA color masking. We do want to have our normals in here. So at 1, pretty close actually, pretty close. Let me go back to our main body. I guess I could have painted the mask there. Yeah, actually might as well. So then everything's very self-contained. Add a user 0 channel. We'll go to our layers on our base. And only need user 0. Should be black. And on top of this, we want one layer, user 1 with white, which we will add a mask to, and paint. Should basically be, and that's the mouth interior. And then this. And we'll add a filter. Filter 3D blur. Never mind. Switch the paintbrush to UV texture. Give me that. That's as closed as that can be. And same with this one. So now we'll go ahead and update our exports, output templates, and we'll include in the normal only a gray mask. We'll call normal mask. Take our user 0 and just drop that in there. Gray channel, export, save. Back here. Cool. That way, I can go to the red, and I can take the mask I just made, drop it right here. So now it only affects the mouth. I'm also going to turn off the outlines. It's not the outlines that's making that difference. Mask type, texture, red, blend mode, replace. Okay, that is what I want. Go well past that. 0 is this, 1 is that. So it's just made it lighter. From certain angles, it is actually working entirely, though. Wonder if we can. And then filter, blur, linear dodge. Looks a little messy. But does it work better if we just target the lips? Oh, I have to remake these, don't I? At least blends onto the whole face a little bit better. From a distance, I mean, you would not know. I wonder if I could just literally close this gap too. So save here. Create a new collection called mesh or mouth normals. Take all these and just drop them in there for now. I'm going to create one shape key. Really quick by taking the mouth. But the question is, do I need to bake this with this pose? So maybe I do the pose first, then bring it in, bake it. Let's just try this first. So if I go here, armature, let's say save as shape key. Then we can reset our pose. Got our shape key now. Okay, so now on the body, take my blend shape, turn it on. I feel like that would improve it. Just want to fix up that corner there. teensy little bit. Teensy weensy little bit. I mean, I could flatten them exactly with a blend shape. So they're one-to-one touching the same spot. That's probably a little over the top, but it would work. That's the direction this is going. Is you get a blend shape to position the mouth correctly so there's no gaps, no ridges, no form to the lips. Then you slap on your own custom normals. Here's an interesting question. What does the shader do if I turn off the main normals, the initial normals maps we set up? Okay, so that doesn't do anything. So in the space of this mask we've made, we've overwritten it completely. Completely. So see a little edge right there. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We're gonna create a blend shape where we close. Could you show me the normal mouth version again? Um, yeah, so 0. This is, or no, it would be with that and right here. So this is what it looks like currently. I think we just have a normal mouth like this. Okay, yeah, if you're down with it, I think we could get to the seamless version. Um, certainly it would be easier without it. Uh, up to you. Up to you. We could hide the mouth completely. Right now it looks a little weird, but I think we get it pretty close to seamless. Thanks a lot of work. Honestly, you made it look awesome. I feel like hiding the mouth would only be cool in 2D. It definitely probably translates a little bit better in 2D. Um, but if you ever change your mind, let me know. I wouldn't mind experimenting with it. For now, I will leave it as is then. So we'll reset that. And I will undo the shape key. Oops, actually, make sure I delete those in the right order. Always be careful how you delete your shape keys. Have to make sure you delete them in the right order. We'll make another copy to just have the mouth gives a lot of character. The idle face looks so friendly. Well, good. Post mouth experience. So, okay, we'll save that there. Now we've got the mouth normals backed up, or what we did with them, and we go back to our clean machine version. Clean machine. All right. Time to start rigging the face, I think. Okay. I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. One moment. the sky right when I stood up. Also, from a slight distance, it still has the effect I wanted. It's win-win. Good morning. Wow, this character is getting better every day. Thank you, Sky. Thank you. And we're just about to get into the fun stuff. Face rigging. Go ahead and rename this one. Face rigging. Huh. Already have a text assigned. Funny. I can go to 2024 resources. No. Products. Copy. Make a folder for the script. And we'll drop it there. All right. So we have all our shape keys. And we'll remove the unified blend shapes. No displacement mods or hook modifiers right now. Just the VRChat blend shapes. Okay. Then we require the animation itself. So we'll do file, append. I think Jester is going to be the best fit. So era, blender. Oh, sorry, wrong. This era. Action, Shaky Baker. So now, got this, which we'll save and rename to Morium, Shaky Baker. Bam. All right. I think it's going to work right off the bat, honestly. Definitely close. How's the weather up there? It's funny. I'm actually like super used to doing freaking full facial tracking now. Kind of funny to do just the normal stuff. Copy. We'll go to 20. Reset everything. Paste. This should be the left eye. 30 should be the right eye. That. Okay. Then 40 is look up. 50 is look down. Right, and it is going to look for selection eyes on our character. We will assign the eyeballs to. All right. Well, once there's proper hardware for it, I'll be back for that. Heck yeah. A bit gray, but it's warming up. The current DIY stuff is not to my liking. Yeah. Yeah, I think the only. It feels a little rough. I don't disagree with you there. It does feel a little rough. Just like House of Cards, you know. What piece is gonna break today? 70 is... Hey! Buizel, the cabbage. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We're working on this imp character right now. This guy right here. And we're making some good progress. Yeah. Right now we're going to get the face rigged up. Face rigging. And 70 is... So we'll redo that. It looks a little rough. Ammo. In fact, let me open up my ProRef. Recent bicycles. That's what we're looking at right here. Look at them tubers! Hello, Goobers. Hello, Cornfather. Welcome. How goes your day? All right, that looks good. And then 80 is the... Well, the tongue is oddly shiny there. There we go. Sorry, I have to make the sound. It's required by law. I like that. That's quite charming, actually. Goes well. Did some texture, now rendering on a little turnaround animation. Ooh, exciting. Can't wait to see that. Hope your people's days are good too. They are indeed. Indeed. Only Wednesday. So we're moving quick, but in a good way. Actually, I wonder if I could. What's that button that I use? It's like Alt. Alt D allows me to blend between the two. This is the full original one, and then this is D. It's pretty close, actually. Still don't know why it's so slow, though. Should be a bit faster than this. It's probably the texture size. So let me go to simplify, and oh, that's stupid. I can't simplify the texture size. What a waste. Having a lovely day. I haven't slept as well as I have last night in a long time. Bursting with energy today. Nice. If I weren't for the awful weather, I would go for a hike. It'll pass on soon enough. Oh, sorry, it's Alt E to do this blend. Which is like just perfect because that's like almost all that these need. Just like a little bit of blending back to the original. 120. Ding, ding, 130. All right. Weather here is also bad. I was starting to fully embrace spring and then got hit in the face with more snow and cold. Nice. Good sleep is so nice if you haven't had it in a while. I had like a 3 hour nap this last weekend. It has been quite a while since I slept that deeply. And I was just out instantly. Ah! In that case, my weather isn't so bad. Just a bit wet. Got woken up by kids smoking outside. Girl, need a like one of those buckets full of shits. Like back in medieval days. That'd be a good deterrent. What do they call it? Something pot. Chamber pot, exactly. Hit him with the old chamber pot. Pepper pot? I think that's, isn't that a gun? I think I'm also going to lower the teeth a little bit. If we go to this view, take the teeth and the tongue. Actually, the tongue's fine. I'm just going to lower the lower set of teeth down a little. Not both of them. A little bit like that. Seeing cayenne pepper spray, very effective. All right, that looks really good. 180 is O. Better be symmetrized. Symmetrized. It is. Excuse me. Okay. Copy this pose. Oh, sorry. I asked that question earlier. Would be nice if you'd answer. Weasel. That's all I got there. Just want to ask how long it takes you on average to finish a model. Well, welcome, welcome. Generally, it's about 2 weeks worth of work. No problem. It is easy to miss some things with the restream. But yeah, generally around 2 weeks worth of work. Hours wise, I would say about 40 hours per an avatar, something like that. But I like to space it out over the course of like 2 weeks or so. Usually I'm like juggling a few avatars at once because I get a little bored if I'm working on the same thing for a week straight. Or not bored, I don't have the attention span for that. I get a little burnt out. It's crazy quick with it. Awesome quality too. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you. Oh, awesome quality too. You're too kind. You are too kind. Yeah, I stream the whole time I work, so I do this full time. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Kind of an odd world. I agree. Oh, thank you. Um, odd world VRChat land, you know. um, but a lot of potential here. Spend your channel a while back and your vids are crazy helpful. I'm happy to hear that. Good, good, as they should be, as they should be. Guess spreading it gives time to think. The creative process. It's true. It's true. There's certainly I definitely get a little faster every one I make, but I do think there's probably a just a threshold of how fast you could be. Not sure what that is, but maybe we'll find out what that limit is eventually. Okay, we got some of those. And then 260 should be the start of the expressions. Expressions. And I believe we have a ref sheet for the expressions. Gives me time to keep up when I want to follow along with a specific character. That is definitely another huge benefit of um, streaming. Is that you get feedback right away. We're going to go with like kind of a crazed evil expression. Crazed and evil expression. Or the angry expression. I mostly follow for blocking. Like blocking out a character. Or to block someone. I follow someone to block them. Sometimes a bit busy when I check back, Sam's already in the final stages. I'm so fucking fast. Fast as fuck, boy. Do you like need approval from the client to stream the work? I do mention to people that I do stream, but most clients are comfortable with it. I have lost a few commissions in the past telling people that I would prefer to stream it. If it's like a really big job, I might, or I really need the work, I may not stream it. But I do think that I put myself and my clients at a disadvantage if I don't stream, because it's really key to my productivity. So do you actually use other 3D software? I use Substance Painter for texturing. I only use Blender for like actually making 3D models, but I'm almost always every day in Unity, Substance Painter, or Blender, or VTubing software. Um, that's about it for the most part, for my majority of my work. Certainly, there's a lot of software out there, though. Pretty easy to find. Another one. An experience on Maya, just very briefly. I wouldn't say that I have a depth to that experience at all. But it's certainly possible to use it to create avatars if that's what you're looking to do. But interestingly enough, I do think that the VRChat community leans very heavily towards using Blender because it's free. And there's a lot of VRChat kind of not specific development, but it'll be a lot easier. It's a lot easier to find resources on using Blender for VRChat than it is on finding using Maya for VRChat. Just because the majority of creators in VRChat do use Blender. Um, I need to make the runes. The runes. And might want to lower the eyelash a little just to cover up this gap. Do that in a little bit. For now, 70 to 80 is sad. Let's see, do I have an expression for him being sad? I don't think I do. No, just the ones where he's sticking out his tongue. Okay, so let's look up anime sad expression. What add-ons do you use? There must be a reason why you're still using 3.6. So for my add-ons, I do have a little list that I made. I'll use this one actually. Maybe it's in stream. Yeah, Blender add-ons. So this is my list of Blender add-ons that I use that are free. I'll go ahead and paste that in chat. Good. That just kicked me out of chat. Oh, sorry, I can't see chat at the moment. 1 second, y'all. Just booped me for some reason. Hopefully the stream doesn't suddenly end. What the heck? Now it won't let me log in. Okay. Motorcycles. Oh, now I have to do some CAPTCHA. Okay, sorry, I can't see chat until I finish this CAPTCHA. Stupid. There we go. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why it kicked me out there, but okay, there we go. Paste it again. But yeah, there's my add-on list, Weasel. I was because the normals are inverted, but the shading on the canines looks really cool here. Helps if I link the image. Uh-oh. I got 404 from that one. Oh no, there it goes. What's going on with my computer? Oh, that looks so good. It looks so good, Arctic. Look at that. Inside out teeth is kind of a fun idea. Hey, Playfuls Fox. Hello, welcome back. Hello, hi Playfuls, and thank you for the follow. Super appreciated. Oh, and then Weasel. The last thing to mention here is that the Auto Rig Pro is what I use to rig characters. That one's paid, but that's the only one that I don't have listed here. There's more too. Silly Goose, I subbed yesterday and didn't follow. Well, thank you for the sub. Thoughts on Rigify? I've been using it since I learned how to rig. I prefer Auto Rig Pro because it's very similar to Rigify, but the biggest difference is the export settings. So with Auto Rig Pro, it's much easier to take a character and export it to pretty much any platform you would want. You can make export presets with all this different stuff. Just a little bit more polished, and it gets more updates frequently. And that's the reason why I'm not on 4 yet. It's because I was waiting for Auto Rig Pro to update, and it did recently. But good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. Welcome to the stream, all. Hello. All right, we're looking up a sad expression, sad anime expression, so I can get some good reference. That doesn't look like. sad. All right. Not contemplate that. That's a little too anime. A little too tragic. I just want like a, let's say, cute sad expression. Yeah, something like that. That's so fucking baby. Funny. All right, I think this will probably work. Um, Watermarking a AI generated image. Funny. Um, Too much stress on this spot here. I need to move. I'm gonna get everything into the rounded shape first. So we'll move everything up. This. There. Would it be nice if I could do you some time for tips and such? Critiques would be helpful for me, to be honest. I do have a Discord, and you're always welcome to hop in there. I may not always be able to review things. Usually, the best time to get me is when I'm streaming. But yes, if you do want me to review something, just depends on how much time I have in the day. But I don't mind taking a look, giving some general advice or something like that. Doop, doop, doop. Bam. And the corner of this mouth does not want to come down. Oh, that's what I should do. Okay. No, this has too much influence. Weight paint. This one should not have that much influence on the corner. Now we can actually kind of close it. Okay, let's reset this expression. I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like I'm struggling. We'll take all these here. I'm gonna hide everything else. Nice and clean. No more garbo in the wayo. I'm going to take this selection and assign it here. I will have to review all the expressions at the end because I did tweak the weight painting enough that things might look a little bit different now. That's comical. All right. Still looks a little odd. I think that I have to smooth these two. Okay. Then we'll go back to the pose, unhide everything. Bam. Let's do the rest of the expression because we need to get the eyes now. It seems like sad expressions, you kind of push up the, kind of want to round the top of the eye and then kind of push up on the bottom to get this kind of U and U shape. Oop. My eyelash is gone. Probably another rigging issue. He's moved too much. Come back to that for now. Let's leave it there. 290 is confusion. Cute, confused expression. Okay. Eh? What? All right, looking at more expression reference. Cool. All right, 230 or 300, excuse me, is shock. Go to 295. We have our tool here. If I select the chin, we have this lip retain option. So I'll go ahead and place keyframe there, place keyframe, insert, and insert. Okay, so 300, we can adjust these properties. Stuff like that. Go back, just look up some more expressions. Anime shock expression. I think why he doesn't look shocked is because we don't see the top of the eye. $310 is blush. It's kind of this flirty expression, which that actually works perfectly. Kind of a little smarmy. Tongue out. And then 330. Blep. Hello, Zavani. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Bam, bam, bam. Rotate those. He thinks he's slick. But now we can scoot this in. Rotate this. Rotate that. What up? Hello, Kai. Welcome. What up with you? We're doing a little expression right now. Send you trash bunny pics since I run a landfill. Fair. Show me the trash bunny. Show it to me. Okay, there we go. Nice little expression. Cool. So I think we've got a few there. That should work nicely. There's a wild rabbit sometimes here. I sent DM. I want to see them rabbits. I like rabbits. I return for now. Welcome back, Zoom. I just sent me a picture of a bunny or rabbit. Boom. Dinner. Oh, interesting. This looks like a painting. Wow. Did you put a filter on this? Interesting. It's kind of looks like a painting. I love bunnies. How dare you? How dare you love bunnies? So stupid AI shit. Gotcha. Bunny. It's just interesting because it looks all like some type of compression algorithm or something. From here, it looks fine. Boop. I phone cameras nowadays are so smart they're dumb. Like when you try to take a picture of the moon, and it replaces the moon with a picture of a moon of a. Ooh. All right, I think this should work. Let's go ahead and save our expressions into the character. So with our custom script we built, we can just go ahead and hit Alt-P. Should bake all the shape keys, and we can bring those into VRChat for testing. Or to Unity. Phone camera now is just smart, they're done. Cannot make my phone take pics without it sharpening stuff to heck and back, even in low light, so I get white shiny dandruff effect on everything. Why don't you just make the filter good? Yeah, I would rather just deal with compression artifacts than an AI assuming it has a better idea of what the photo should actually look like. Now I took a picture of it exactly as I wanted it, and you can leave it alone. Why does it have a pole coming out of its back? That is the tail. That is the tail. So right now we have a few objects that are overlapping. And so the hat and the scroll at the bottom, those are attached to bones, and that's how we'll move them around. We'll take the root of that object, put it in different places, and then yeah, that's just the tail over there. Whoops. Tail is feeling a bit stiff today. In T-pose, it will always be stiff. But oh yeah, that looks cleaner. The thing is, for photos, low light is better. Adding the light in on the PC is a lot easier than trying to fix an overexposed, oversharpened mist. Very true. Hello, Dash. Welcome back. Hello. Morning stiffness, I guess. Gets us all. Yeah, if I hit play here, you can see that the tail flops. Though the weight painting needs some work. Looks a little jagged. And his ears are floppy. He's got some flop on a lot of stuff right now. Hat needs some blending too. Looking pretty good though. This hair strand messed up. All right, let's do some rigging work right now. Wiggly ears are best ears. Let's take the tail. Take the whole tail and just pop it off. Then I'm going to delete all shape keys. And we're going to weight this one at a time, every time. Everything moving has fizz bones. Ooh, jiggly booty tail. Exactly. Exactly. And his butt and thighs and tail, ears, hair, hat, and the chains will also have physics. But yes, fizz bones are basically how things move in VRChat. There's not really a. You can use actual cloth simulation, but it's very limited and very expensive. So I don't recommend using it. Hard to control as well. Most games, when you see physics, dynamic stuff, it is almost always bones or shape keys, because those are easy to work with and kind of efficient. Hello, Rashad. Welcome. A lot of movement. Weird question, but how do you get extra bone controllers for your rigs? I use the built-in meta rig, but when I add extra bones, I don't get the extra controllers to rig. Now I get a mixture of both. Um, hmm. Sounds like you're using MetaRig or Rigify. I use AutoRig Pro, and it's a little bit different. What you can usually do with rigs is actually just combine them. So I believe with Rigify, you can make rigs. So I think there's Rigify, custom rig. Okay. So I believe that this is kind of what
In the last chapter,
you want to look for is like how to make a custom controller for everything. So I believe that's in here. No. Oh, yeah. Yes. Because then you have the IK. So this is probably what you're looking for right here. Yeah, so you make your bone structure, and then they have some sort of operation to convert the bones into control rigs. Not 100% sure. I don't use it as often, but I think that should point you in the right direction. Appreciate that. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Together, we'll fight the curse that is rigging. Okay. So now, take all of these. Let me turn that off. All right, so now when we rotate it, we're not getting any zigzags, but we want to see what we can do to smooth it. Smooth. Okay. And we got kind of a sharper bend here as well. Just kind of push that one's influence back on both directions. Maybe on this one we go the other way. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Dash, my character is done now, but I added a shader. It looks so blocky, and you can see all the sides. Is there a way to make the model not look so blocky? Hard for me to know exactly what you mean by blocky. If you're in my Discord, you are welcome to send me an image. I don't think YouTube is going to allow you to post pictures, but I can get you an invite to my Discord here. And you are welcome to post it there if you want to. There's like a Blender or Art Share or creative development servers. Shade Smooth, maybe. Oh, that's a good chance that's exactly what it is. So yeah, if you have your character and you set it to, or you have any mesh and you set it to auto smooth. Oh, maybe not. You set it to yeah, you want to right click and hit shade smooth. So you can, if you have your object and you right click on it, try shading smooth. Yeah, you're right, Arctic. That probably is it, or is what they're encountering. All right, let's see how this tail turned out. $10:30 already. Oh yeah, way better. How funny. I didn't expect it to update in play mode. Oh yeah, look at that. Whippy. Whippy snappy. Wibbaloo. A wubba lubba. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like sushi for some reason. Reminds me of eel. Cool. All right, that looks good. What next? The hat rigging. So let's go to the rig and the hat. Well, it's kind of annoying. I have to separate it by that should be the simplest way to get everything there. Up and up, boom. Better not start eating my tail. That's what era's for. As a character opening your appetite, I am hungry. I am hungry. Hour 20 left. I may just eat Lorian alive. Nothing left. I guess alive is kind of a funny thing to say about a person made of magic. No! Right, so the arms here. If I was using voxelized weight painting, this would be a lot nicer. So let me select all these bones. I'll select the hat and I'm going to say unbind. Then I'm going to reselect. It's selected bones only. Ugh. Well, I just got rid of all the weight painting I did on the hat earlier. Balls! Well, let's see. Does this even work better? No. Okay. Posted a picture in the Discord. Pick in the dis. In the Discord. Dash. Interesting. Yeah, so I think exactly what Arctic was saying there. So what you're seeing here is the wireframe. Um, and yeah, so before exporting, you just want to make sure you select your mesh and give it shade smooth. And then re-export it. I don't think you can change that in Unity, on the Unity side of things, without having a custom shader of some kind. Okay, I know what I'll do with the hat. I will first select it. Bum, bum, bum. No problem. Hopefully that helps. I think it will. So what we're going to do is try to weight paint these extremely evenly. Extremely evenly. Yeah. It's really just these back ones that are the issue. I do want even weighting. Okay, so we'll do from here to here. That should be 1 to 0 on that direction. 1 to 0 this way. Let's try this again. So 1, boom, everything. 0, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Oh, what the? Well, I could explain why it's. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, and then 0 to 1. This one. Same thing. 0 to 1. 0 to 1. 0. And we'll just do these 3 segments, see how if it improves or not. But I think this will make more sense because then we're being very specific about what and where things are influenced. Okay. We'll just export it as separate objects at the moment. Bam. Ooh! All right. How does the back of the hat behave now? Still clipping. Okay. And also the top of the hat looks terrible. Something else is influencing the top there. Oh, okay, this one's gonna take a little while. This one's gonna take a little while. Yeah. Oh, that's so annoying. Why would it do that? Oh, okay. So apparently it created a bunch of weight on the stuff I had hidden, which is definitely not what I would want in any way. Cool. Did that for every one of these. Awesome. Why would it do that? Oh, you hid this chunk of mesh? Guess I'll put stuff on it. No. I literally hid it from you. God damn it, Blender. No. Not too bad. Nothing too crazy. Now we'll smooth them. So get the nice overlap between all of them. This looks very similar to what I had before I even began. Don't worry. I thought you forgot about those hidden meshes. No problem. And we're back to computers deciding stuff for us in a bad way. Did we ever leave? Okay, top of the hat looks fixed, thankfully. Bottom brim of the hat still pretty messed up. Wonder if it's... Maybe these are just too close together. Oh. Interesting. These are actually just straight up too close together. For some reason I didn't expect that. Okay, let's select the bottom. I'm gonna hide the rest. I don't want this to affect anything over here, so I'm gonna hide all this. I just want to take this section and move it over. And this section here, I'm gonna move down. And then I'll do the opposite actually. By taking the top here and kind of moving it up just a little. Okay. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. I think the shrink wrap I had on the hat was projecting the retopology to the top faces, not the bottom ones. But it's hard to notice with the retopo view. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Much, much, much better. Yes, yes, yes. The hair is kind of poking up though. It's gonna be pretty easy for it to do. In fact, it's already poking through a little. All right. Then the ear flop is just so perfect. Good. Yeah, I thought this came out well. And they do droop a little with gravity, so well, they have gravity, so they actually point towards stuff. I think that's about it for the hat on the blender side of things. What we want to adjust now are the fizz bones for the brim. So if I take it and we do this, really the problem is how floppy the hair is. So we do want some floppy hair. do something like that. And then we can move them like that. Then we're going to create an empty. We'll call PBC hair. And I'll move it up. And we're going to create a fizzbone collider. Capsule. This, and with the hair, we'll add the collider. The collider will be set to inside bounds. Oh, thought that'd work. Wouldn't that try to keep it in the bounds, inside bounds? Maybe I have to restart it. Copy. Base component values. Get that empty again. BBC hair. Hair container. And it should be fizzbone collider. Inside bounds. Very important. And we may actually just go ahead and use the head. There. And we can just decrease the radius. That should be almost everything. Every spot the hair can go. Then we add to the hair the hair container. When enabled, this collider contains bones inside its bounds. That's what I want. Playful's Fox, this is a commission piece or something you'll be putting up for sale? As Zoom says, it's all his. This is a commission for Zoom. All right, now I can turn back on the wrong folder. Clothing, bam. Still a little bit of poking. I think I can move the hat back just a little. Or I can actually go to the head. In the head, create another target. Target at glider. This is what it will target. Hit play again. Then what we'll do is move it down just a little. Just a little bit right there. Huh. What I could do, it's actually super fascinating, is if I made a sphere for the tips of all the bones, I could put this sphere in the middle of, and then this with a parent constraint, and then the sphere could move, and it could dynamically push the hair down as needed. But this will work better. Let's just do this for now. That is possible. But we're not going to worry about it right now. World transfer. I messed that. I messed that up. Messed that up. Sounds quite complex. VRChat, sir. Sure to love dealing with that. Shouldn't be too bad. So copy. I don't like all these additional things they have here now. Still clips a little. The nice part about doing it this way is I can actually move the collider again. Yeah, yeah, I don't have to worry about. Yeah, let's just push it down onto the hair. So let's copy it one more time. Copy component. Oh, that was the wrong one. Don't know how he figured it out. Either the force of the dark side or algorithms. All evil. All evil. Really need to be able to see this. So I'm going to turn this off, copy component, and paste component. It's new. Your shade up setups always look really good. Well, thank you, Draw. Hello, welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Wonderful, I hope. Not in play mode. My stop's coming up, BRB, or if you're having lunch already, until later. Sounds good, Zoom. Probably catch you later. I'll be here for another hour or so. Till lunch. That's a put. Then I have to take the hair. Give it the new fizz bone. There we go. Okay. Too many things to click. Too many things to click. If I used a capsule, then I wouldn't worry about crimping the back ones here. I may have to make the like that. So it shouldn't affect any of the backbones. It should only affect the bones on the back of the head, which I think makes sense, right? It totally makes sense. It still pops up, motherfucker. That's right. Basically, colliders are frictionless. So even though it's a curved surface, it'll hit the edge and then the collider will go all the way back up to the top. That should work. That should. There we go. And then this one just needs the hat to be moved. But now we've got it in a position where when we're wearing the hat, hair's not going to be shooting out the top of it all the time. And we still need to do some adjustment on the hair itself to prevent. But that's much better start. So we're going to copy the component, paste the component values. All right. Now that's looking a little bit better. And my other question is, can I just turn this off? So when we're in play mode, if I just hit it with that, okay, cool. Yeah, you can see the hair turn on and off. Cool. All right, so I think the hair container is working. It's a little large, so if you ever debug this, it's going to look really odd, but it's fine. Next, we just need to lift up the hat a bit on this side and on the back. Go in, tab. Go right here. Just hit O, connecto. And we're just gonna lift that up right Okay, cool. Heading into bubble bath. Bye. Enjoy your bubble bath, Sky. I'm jealous. Been working in the background while lurking, and now you're doing some Bizbone wizardry. It's So one of the cool things about Fizzbone colliders is you can use it to keep things out or keep things in, which can be very useful depending on how you want to set it up. Still a little bit of clipping right there. That's okay, because we're going to do our next thing for the hair, which is the immobile. We're going to turn up the immobile all the way and then put it on a curve like this. That should prevent the base of the bones from flying around, hopefully. It's improved. Nice. That actually is greatly improved. The side-to-side motion on the hat really is quite odd. Nice. You're sure it's hilarious? Thank you. Look, a menu. Let's keep messing with the hat. Or no, I just adjusted the hair. Copy that. Paste the component values. Play again. And now we're going to focus on the brim of the hat. I'd like it to be a little bit less wobbly, I guess. I'm not sure. Something good. I'd like it to be better. Better. Actually, it is pretty good. I don't think there really is much more to change. I think next time what I'll do for the brim of the hat is instead of having 2 sets of bones, I'll do more bones right around the edge. But this is working well. Still a little bit of poking through on the side and the back. I think if I just made it a little bit bigger, it'd be fine. I think I've accidentally abused Blender telling it to relax some birds. I'm gonna grab a snack while it cries. Uh-oh. I need to stand up. Actually, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick again. I'll be right back, everyone. I'm back as well. Okay, let's move the hat a little bit again. I just want to pull it this way and up just a little bit more. And then on the back, what's currently looking? Just the tiniest amount right in there. Let's see, that fixed it. My cat's yelling. The clipping that's happening right there, pretty sure we can alleviate by adjusting our capsule one more time. What is causing? JK, that's got to be just the rigging from the hat doing that. So, oh, didn't mean to exit play mode, but that's okay. So one more time, we go into rigging, we go to the weight paint, take this one, probably this one actually. We're gonna push it away from the adjusting the brim, so it doesn't. Yeah, you know, fuck it. This front part doesn't get to do that anymore. Not allowed. Ho ho ho. Cool. Um, Sorry, one second. I'm just gonna experiment with this really quick. I'm entering the mainframe. I'm going to run these codes due to restrictions in my programming. So this is Open Interpreter, which is using my OpenAI connection to run scripts on my desktop or run commands. So I guess I could say something like make a text file on my desktop and write a haiku about I don't know, Fortnite. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I'll have to think a lot more about how to use that properly. Now I'm going to close it. But that's going to be super useful for things like take all the files in this folder and do this to them. Make duplicates, do this to them. Interesting, interesting. AI is going to get so good this year. You guys have no idea. You have no idea. We'll come back to that in a second. For now, it's going to be great for when I need to mass produce Fortnite haikus. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. I know you're just teasing, but I do want to see how much that actually costs me. Oh, I know. I need to keep up with it and use it. Nice, nice. My goal is to get Open Interpreter set up on my computer today. And then I'm also going to start using Crew AI and then integrate the two. So I can have AI agents that can do things on my computer and on the web. And then the sky's the limit. Then we're going to start making some really interesting stuff. Legitimately really cool. Can be great for annoying tasks, I bet. 100%. 100%. To go to ChatGPT. I want to go to my account. Settings. My plan. What's the... I don't want the ChatGPT. I want OpenAI. Why is this so annoying to get to? Okay, interesting. So that cost me 16 cents to just do those few things. Huh. I wonder if I can hook it up to Claude. Ooh, so then it'd be really cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap. Okay. Cool stuff. Mess with that some other time. Okay, back to work. Let's pull the front of this forward a little. So can't AI retopology is what I'm waiting for? Fair, fair. Yeah, I think the idea of using it to tweak workflows or develop workflows in 3D to speed up that kind of stuff is so tempting to me. It's like I feel like I just need to really change my perspective just a little bit. Not a lot, but just if I can start learning that thought process behind like, oh, that's a task I can automate, or that's a task I can hand off to an AI to do really quickly. Like that Open Interpreter can straight up just start writing me scripts for Blender objects. So it's like there's some like I have the action recorder, I have this and that, but if I really need something that none of my tools address, I can probably just do it in in Blender. And then that's not to say it's like right now it's running scripts on your desktop, but how far away is this stuff from just using your view and your mouse? Like probably much closer than we think. And at that point, you can really start automating stuff. Anyway, fun to think about. Okay, one more time on the hat. Have we eliminated the hair poking through? Just need to raise it up a little. Just raise the whole hat up. Just fruit that hat. Just gonna move it up. Just change this amount. Say 1.5. Oh, whoops. 0.13. Hello, Jay. Welcome. We're working on hats. In this hat working. But hello. How you doing today? I'm doing quite well. We're learning a bunch of stuff. I just got this open interpreter AI system on my computer, and I'm going to be farting around with that today at some point. For now, we're just finishing up the retopology, but I need to spend a day or two really figuring out these AI agents. In fact, I may take this Friday and do nothing else but figure out AI agents. I think I will. I think that's the plan. Finish this character today and tomorrow, and then Friday, devote an entire day to AI, because there's a lot to figure out that could be exciting there. I also learned a lot yesterday with UV mapping. Hey, let's go! Let AI handle all the technical and mundane processes while we focus on creativity. Exactly. Exactly. You know, I think the taste that was left in my mouth from generative AI stuff really upset me. But then I'm thinking about it the other way now, where it's like, okay, well, instead of generative AI just like replacing creativity or just like coming up with stuff, it's like, what if I could just use AI to solely still do all the same stuff, but just speed up my workflow? Like just doing workflow improvements, how fast could you get without having it to replace everything? The decision making behind creating something. Anyway, more to experiment with for sure, but feeling a little pleased with that. Cool. Looks super good. Now we can go ahead and take all our objects, and recombine them with the clothing. So we just have these two objects in the scene. Then we'll want some chains. I have an idea. My internet pooped out. I'm back now. Well, welcome back. Use AI to simplify text/memos or at a pitch at work so everyone gets the point. Smart, smart. Soon you're going to be using teams of AI agents to just grab, just input, output the whole thing. It's going to tell you, you're going to have everything. So first go into your AI system, then you can send tasks for it, make it do research. Definitely recommend checking out things like Crew AI and just investigating that, because it's only going to get more capable. It's probably the best best time to learn these things before it explodes. Because when you write the stuff, it sounds easy to yourself, but not for others who are not in the project, etc. Absolutely. But then just like, regardless of how well the AI can like improve things or communicate things, like just how much time it takes out of your day to sit down and just communicate things. It's like, yeah, I gladly use AI for that. It just take an hour out of my day to do this one thing. Maybe that's a little extreme for whatever example you're using there, but still, you get the picture. Okay, so did I re-export? No, everything's still separate. I mean, if it's like 2 or 3 pages, no problem. But it's like 20-ish pages, so yeah, you're right. It saves a lot. Or like, imagine you have a big software project that you have to find documentation for. It's like, fuck that. Just spin up some AI agents, make them do the research for you, find all the pertinent information. Now it's not disappearing. That's good. Somehow I turned off the light. It's like, looks a little different. All right. We need to make more fizz bones for the chains. And what I'm thinking is that I have a thought for a system where I create one fizzbone object and it has a bunch of children bones. And each of these child bones I put in a parent constraint. So for example, I'm going to create in here an empty, which we'll call fizz child 2. One. Stack those. And then duplicate these. So we have these nested children. And then in here, we'll have one more object, which we'll call is nest. And here, I can take these, drop them in here. Now we have a bunch of these objects. Cool. And what I'd really like to do, add a fizzbone. My ignore list, I want to ignore the first of these. So all the fizz child ones. Okay. And then the rest of these should have fizz bones. So turn this on. Need to make sure we have endpoint set to 1 so we can see all of them. Then I can move this out, this out. Okay. Interesting. What if I move this one to the top? Root transform this one. saw a demo that was interesting where AI agents were working as a team and reiterating to reach a better outcome. Yeah, so that's basically what Crew AI enables. Is like really quickly being able to create different types of agents that are experts in their specific domain, and then you can have them talk to each other, use tools together, and like pass information back and forth to achieve some sort of objective. Um, and It's just nuts. That's just nuts to think about. What if I set this back to 0? Okay, then we get all of them here. Then this nesting's kind of useless. Oh no. It still goes from the root to there. A little hard to tell what's going on here, but all right, so this is that. This child 2 is the one that it's directly connecting to, like this. Why that one? And what happens if I just put this one in the ignore transform? Nothing. Okay, so do I nest it again? This will make sense in a second. Oh, I don't have that many bones I can add though. It still is including this base object. I don't want it to include the base object. I don't want it to rotate around that one. And I'm telling it to ignore it. But it still wants it. So let's try creating another empty out here. We're going to copy this component and paste it here. And then remove it here. Oh, I see. I messed that up because now I have to paste this here. Okay. Now, setup is still the same. I put in the ignore. It removes the child object. Or actually, do I need a child object? Let's delete that. No, don't. It's happening way faster than the average person thinks. A lot of people are about to get caught with their pants down. Definitely companies. Definitely companies are going to be in a really tough position. I think basically call centers will be dead by the end of next year. Any form of call center will be gone by the end of next year. That's already I don't know. They employ a lot of people. And scams are going to get nuts. Like, I don't, if you have, if you haven't yet, please take the time to like establish, to share with your parents the changes that are happening with just this technology and establish some safe words, or safe words, code words. Safe, maybe not safe words with your family, but definitely some code words uh, to prevent scams. Yeah. I was really hoping that I could create a series of fizz bones that I was able to move around. That was one hell of a sentence to come back to. So if I take this one and we move it up and we rotate it. Okay. And if I took this object and we put it here, why does it get rid of both of them? Oh no, I put in too much. I put in too much. Still gets rid of both of them. Is that because I'm also ignoring the base? Wait. Why is it? One, just this stack here. Still gets rid of both of them. Hmm. So what's a safe word, Sam? Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Boom. Nice try though. There's got to be a way to use one fizzbone component and then pretend like it's multiple fizzbones. Scammers got me yesterday. Uh-oh. In what way? Hacked my YouTube channel. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Time to get them back. Time to destroy them. Right. And went live, Lamau. Oh, interesting. That's kind of odd. It's also your Google account then? You could have them separate, I believe. 100% sure on that, but I think you can. Hmm. Having them get into Google would suck really hard. 100%. 100%. Thankfully, I feel like the in my case, like I actually am in a good position to recover my account should anything ever happen, because it's like literally it's all my name. It's all me. Like, I'm not putting it behind some nebulous username. That's not a knock or anything, just that I feel like it's pretty clear that I'm it's me about me. you know. Like, what is your YouTube channel about? Oh, my YouTube channel named Sam Better. Let me think about that. I can delete this side. We can add a mirror mod in the meantime to let me weight paint this a lot faster. Faster. Let's try just this one. See how it goes. I'm not going to do a swinging chain on the front one, just the arms. They was doing some Elon Musk crypto or something like that. I see those all over the place. Like, I'm the real Elon Musk, or like Mr. Beast ones. It sucks to have 125K subs. Well, I definitely hope you get that back. That is a lot of work to put into that. Last place I'd want to get hacked. Gotta make some solid backups. Do chain arm L. Chain arm R. Guess what? They use the chain arm. Chain arm. And for these, I actually do not want any collision, and I do not want them to be grabbable. Play. They're working on it. Good. Good. Bueno. Bueno. Okay, so now we should have the chains moving around. That doesn't seem quite right. I don't know about you guys. Hmm. Did I mess these up somehow? This one is arm. L, R. Seem to be moving just fine together here. Um, okay, I'm about to go to lunch in just a moment. Loading. Why is it moving the other one like that? Oh, it's probably the order of the modifiers that I have. Okay, so that's got to be it. I think I have to take the chain and make sure that the mirror is before the armature. That's probably it right there. Has to be. There we go. Over here, play. Wait, wait a second. Why would this move? I still don't get it. Something about the ear. One of the ears. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now I can recreate the air here. Why is this happening? Simple weight painting issue. Ah, gotcha. I'll be right back. Work now? Please work. Please work. Okay. Now they're moving. Turn down the pull, turn up the spring, turn down the immobile. Much more spring. Cool. It actually does look really cool. All right. Let's just double check the rating. Don't think we went over it, but Fizbone transform count 176. It's the amount of Fizbones. $128. $176. One, two. It's definitely not that. That's weird. Bones, 256. Fizbone collision check count, 134. I don't care about that. Fizbone components, 12. That's fine. Then it says Fizbone transform count. We're at 176? That seems weird because I only added 2. Um, if I turn these back off, does it still count? I remove them completely from the character. So it is counting them, but I didn't have that error before. I also don't think I was that close. 176. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm reading this wrong. I'm in medium. No. Fizbone affected transforms. 256. Something's not right. Obviously. As many. Reduce number of transforms. I feel like I must have duplicated something and it's just sitting there eating my count. So let me think about this. I'm just going to count them. Just wondering, for a sculpt, I'm intending to bake a normal map from. How is important to sculpt in the mouth bag? Oh, like the up roof of the mouth and stuff. Uh, it all depends on how big your character's mouth is. Thinking about your character with the bear, I think you really only need to sculpt the roof of the mouth if you're going to add anything. Um, and that's pretty much it. I don't think you would need much more than that. Yeah. I usually like for this character. Like what I need to go back and do is make sure that this is filled in black. So if like for a stylized character, you can get away with just filling in the void of the mouth with black. Let's get rid of this outline here. Ooh. Yeah, generally you can only see the roof of the mouth and the back, like the throat. So the roof of the mouth and the throat, that's pretty much all you're generally going to see. Or you go stylized and it's just a void and, you know, can't see anything. I'm going to get rid of 2 of these. Now it's still bad. That's so weird. I swear earlier today. Hard to scoop the hollow into it, and it's adding a lot of extra faces. Fair. I usually prefer to make like a Boolean cut to start the mouth because it is really hard, like pushing that cavity back. So I just do subdiv modeling for what I want the mouth and throat to kind of look like. And then I also where it's going to intersect and how thick the lips are going to be. So that generally helps. All right, something's weird about the fizz bones, but it is lunchtime for me. And I don't think I'm thinking this through quite efficiently. So I'm going to go eat, and then I'll be back and we'll figure this out. I'm getting really conflicting numbers here because Fizzbone transform count 176. 176, I really shouldn't be that many. Something is getting doubled somewhere. I'm not sure. It's got to be. But anyway, I'm going to go eat. I'll be back very soon and we'll continue. For anyone new here, I break my day up in 2 streams. So I'll be back for the second stream in about an hour and a half. And we'll get into it. I think we'll be able to again, we're just gonna entering testing it. We'll be in VR by the end of the day for sure. So looking forward to that. Have a nice break. I will Arctic. Thank you, and everyone else out there. I hope you all have an amazing day, amazing morning. I'll see you all very soon. Bye. Bye, everyone. See you in just a little bit.